Sat Nam, Namaste. This is the daily energy routine, day 4. Alright, so before I get started, I'll bring you the beautiful view here that is Eastport Beach, and I will say a quick little disclaimer. This is the Donna Eden daily energy routine, and because of her, people like her and Prune Harris, I'm able to be here and to start sharing my content because it's people like Prune and Donna that built up the community and the awareness of the daily energy routine to make it what it is, because without pioneers like them in this trade, it wouldn't exist. We wouldn't be where we are collectively. So, starting with the thumps on the cheekbones. But before we get there, we start in mountain pose. Checking in with the body, the mind, and the spirit. All 7 states of being: physical, mental, emotional, energetic, metaphysical, psychic, and spiritual. And then on an exhale, taking your hands up and starting on the cheekbones. So for this entire practice, we breathe in through the nostrils and out through the mouth. And moving down to the collarbone, the K27. I am worthy. I am enough. Down to the thymus gland, the Tarzan, made very popular by Wolf of Wall Street. It's also known as the bully muscle. This one just gets you energized. I like to do a little humming along to it usually, but I'm not going to bother with it today. Alright, now moving down between the first and second rib. And this little area right here is great for metabolizing food, thoughts, and relationships. And it's a great way to get rid of any stuck and stagnant energy from yesterday or many, many moons ago, past traumas. Alright, and moving into the neuroemphatics, the upper abdominals. And now we move into the standing march, working on homolateral energies. And this is done so we can cross those energies over. And then back for a little check-in with the homolateral energies. The standing march. Oh yeah, get your march on. And then back to crossing over. I'll go with the full crossover this time. This can be done 3 times as well instead of 2, but 2 usually does it for me. All right, moving into the Wayne Cook. Hey, Lola. All right, so Wayne Cook is done by crossing over the foot. I don't know how well you're gonna, there you go, you can see it perfectly here. And pushing in right around either the middle of the foot or right here, the K1. And you cross the other arm over and place it on the bottom part of the knee or wherever it feels good. And we do it 5 times here. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold forward. And then after you've completed 5, take it to the other side. And this is probably my favorite exercise of the whole bunch in the daily energy routine, besides for central governing at the end. Just because it seems to calm the whole nervous system and just brings you back to a peaceful Zen state of being. I believe that's 5. Moving into the crown pull. So starting by placing the hands as a prism right around the third eye, either between your eyebrows or a ½ inch or an inch above. Take 3 or 4 breaths here. And when you're ready, take your hands to the top of your hairline and begin to pull all the way down. Maybe give your fingers a little flick and slowly move back further and further. Moving down to the traps, having a little hold here. And then slowly pulling away and moving your hands down to where your head should be resting now on your Sacred Heart Center. Here for just a couple breaths. And we'll move into heaven and earth. All right, so heaven and earth is done by starting in hands in Anjali Mudra. And then one hand up, one hand down. 3 on each side. it. That's heaven and earth. All right, moving into the body scan energy brush here. So find wherever is holding a little more tension, not quite feeling a little more stagnant energy somewhere, be it the obliques or your quadriceps, and massage that area. Spend a little more time there. Sometimes I like to add in a belt flow here too. So I'll do 3 belt flows here while I'm at it. One hand back on the spine, the other one on the side. Come all the way over and bring that down to the quadricep. This connects the second and third energy centers. And you can bring that all the way down off the pinky toe. And then never miss an opportunity to trace spleen, coming up the 2 big toes, all the way up into the armpits, and a couple of figure 8s just below the breast. And then the other side. So this is one of the joy circuits, the radiant circuits, and this one is awesome because it connects the second and third energy centers, and a lot of the times they aren't aligned, and when they aren't aligned, we catch ourselves not being as happy and joyful and content as we could, would, or should be. And brushing that energy down all the way off the pinky toe, not missing an opportunity to trace that spleen, yo, up the big toe, inside the legs, outside the torso, into the armpits, and figure 8s just below the breast. All right. And now we will move into 3 breaths into forward fold and then into the Celtic weave. So figure of 8s, wherever you get down into your forward fold, and then holding here for 3 breaths. And maybe figure of 8s all the way up. Pinkies touch first. And then an exhale down to Anjali Mudra, hands to heart center. Now we move into the Celtic weave. And for anyone that's not a seasoned veteran at this one takes a little while to fully get and appreciate. You start with rubbing your palms together. Hands over your ears. Into a T, coming up, holding like a big beach ball of energy all the way down, and then inhale, rise up, halfway lift, and exhale, fold forward. Then grab that ball of energy, come all the way up. Bring it down to the center of your chest. And then release it. And now we'll do a full 360 of figure of 8s around the body and the auric field. Now we'll move into the hookup. Left hand, 3 fingers on the spine, right around the second energy center, just below the Mingmen point, right above the hips, and middle finger on your third eye. Both pushing in and up. And I'll bring in some loving I am affirmations while we're here. I am enough. You can repeat these mentally or aloud. I am knowledgeable. I am worthy. I am capable. I am loving. I am loved. I am loved. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. All right. Releasing and finishing with central and governing. Governing coming up the back. Taking your time in the first 3 energy centers. Catching it. Coming all the way up and locking those energies right into the mouth. And then finishing it up with central. Coming up to the mouth, locking the energies in, and that's it. That's the daily energy routine. I'll finish it with a little Shanti chant and 3 Sat Nams. Shanti. 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 And for anyone that doesn't know, that chant means peace and blessings. And I do wish that on you and yours. Lastly, I'll do 3 Sat Nams. And I will peace the scene. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Stay connected to your truth, be you, and do your best to uplift somebody else's day. I appreciate you. Namaste.